Hey, this is Travis with Two Brothers Adventures. Wanted to talk to you about my travel tool setup that I use that allows me to get through TSA checkpoints with minimal problems. I travel a lot for work and do a lot of computer work and other type of work on the road. So this is what I carry when I go. So I have this 7-inch, or it's actually 6 3/4 inch pry bar. This came from Lowe's. Around the Christmas time. As you can see, it's got the K stamped in for Cobalt. This thing was like 97 cents. I got a cheap and inexpensive one of these because if I had to ever surrender it, I'm not out anything. So this is what gets me in the most trouble. I've had a few TSA checkpoints pull me aside, pulled this out. I've had to argue with one TSA agent that this wasn't allowed. Per the rules, anything under 7 inches is a tool. You can take. I've taken this on probably 60 flights without issue, and again, only one time have I ever really had to fight a little bit, and then when he pulled the supervisor over, I still was able to carry it on. But it's useful, for prying. I've used it to pop holes through drywall, do some different things like that. You have the different wrench sizes, so a pretty useful tool. Next, I made this leather sheath that I store this in. I just got some leather from Hobby Lobby and stitched it up. But what this holds is the pocket wrench 2. So this also has a pry piece. But this is a pretty good multiple wrench. And what I find this very useful for is you slide it on to a nut and you can hold it. And I use that in conjunction with this to tighten things, if different screw heads or Allen heads, if I got to hold a nut on the back. So this comes in really handy and works really well. And then I have a Victorinox set up here. This pops out, and then you can pull out any one of these bits, and it's magnetic, and they pop in. And so I have all these different bits, and depending on what I'm using it for, I can use it in this way and get a lot of leverage, or I can pop them out and put them in this end, and then use this as a screwdriver. So these three different components have come in really handy for me as I've traveled around for work. And this solution, where it's nice and tight and compact, doesn't rattle around. I have these, and these are kind of my go-to that I always carry just like this. And I've gotten through 60 plus flights, again, with only one hassle for this guy. But just some ideas. If you're going to be traveling and you want to carry some tools with you, this is the option that I found that works for me.